Hello and welcome to this nighttime taste challenge. Daylight has not arrived, but it's on the way as usual. um, I have two 40% alcohol blended Irish whiskeys, and one of them is pretty well known, and the other one is not well known at all. This is Two Gingers. Got a brown label with the Irish tricolor flag, tricolor as they call it. It's from the Kilbeggan Distillery. It was started in 2011 by a Minnesota bartender who had this idea for Irish whiskey, named it after two female relatives that had red hair, so ginger, in their honor. And they show a drawing of the Kilbeggan Distillery, the barrels, age 4 long years. There's an age statement on the bottle. Imported by Kilbeggan of Chicago. I guess they have an office there. So there's a recipe on the back for a cocktail. He sold the company to Beam Suntory, now Suntory Global Spirits. I don't know if he was in collaboration with them all along, because I don't know how somebody that ran a bar room is going to start a whiskey company, but maybe he had some money. But whatever the case, he'd sell out. He's sort of like the spokesman for it still today. And it's listed on the Suntory Global Spirits website, but there is a website page for this, a website, not just a page. And I'll have the link below. Now, this is O'Neill's. Don't know when it was introduced. Couldn't find trademark data on it. And in fact, the label doesn't even indicate that it is trademarked, which is bizarre. And I guess they're banking on the hope that nobody tries to copy it. And I guess nobody will. I don't know. Smooth whiskey, made in Ireland, double-charred finish. I was saying sherry cask. I forgot. That's something else. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, not finished in sherry, but finished in double-charred casks or barrels. Double-charred. So they age it in first fill bourbon barrels. They take bourbon barrel. The first time they use them after the bourbon is aged, they put this whiskey in it for 5 years. It has a much higher percentage of single malts than your typical Irish whiskeys, which usually be about 20% single malt, just like American whiskeys blended usually be about 20% bourbon. But this is 33% single malt and 67% grain whiskey, the base whiskey, and whiskeys, probably a number of them, and a number of single malts. These blenders usually involve lots of different whiskeys. And it's from West Cork Distillers, which I was looking at their website. They have a big distillery there, but they don't list this on their website. So my theory is that it's probably a private label just for Total Wine and More. Okay, I could be wrong, but it appears that it is. And they got it right now at Total Wine and More for $14.99. Last time I checked last week, it was $14.99. Great price, right? So you can see that this one is a little amber, so maybe they're adding color in. I don't know. This one is so pale. This Two Gingers, it's like straw. So I get the impression that they are not adding caramel coloring to it, keeping it the original color. I'll show you the website. Comes in a clear glass bottle. Well, both of them do. I can get this one at international market for about $15.49. I don't know where else to find it, but there is a tool here. Find a that should be helpful. Age 4 years, and doesn't appear that there's any variations like a honey flavored wine, 12-year age or anything. Just a basic thing. And he said, I saw interviews with him. He said he decided to only double distill it, only distill it twice because he thought it would keep more flavor in it. That's what he said. Most Irish whiskeys are triple distilled. And there's some cocktails, two gingers, hot toddy. There's a email. You can email them if you got a question about it. It'll go straight to Kilbeggan Distillery, which I mean Suntory Global Spirits right there, formerly known as Suntory. They've acquired lots of brands and distilleries over the years. You see, they're very big. Kieran Folliard. He's from Ireland, but he was running a bar in Minnesota. Kieran Folliard, inspired by his redheaded ginger, as they in Europe. We call them redheads here. They call them gingers there. Mary and Delia, his aunt Delia. All right, so cool. Cool product with a cool price. Both of these less than $16 a bottle. Now that is a bargain. The best I ever had. No, not the best, but close. I guess the best deal I ever got was the huge glass bottle, the handle of Gibson's Finest Rare Canadian blended whiskey, aged 12 years. I was looking on the LCBO website, and they running that thing about $68. And a local store had it for $9.99 for a handle. Yes, you can imagine that those bottles didn't last very long. I just walked in there and they had it. So I picked one up, didn't know a thing about it. It's the kind of thing, if you see a deal like that and you don't buy it that day, you're not going to see it again. It's going to be gone. Unless it's 10 high, which Walmart's trying to close out for $13 even for the handle. I guess 10 high wasn't selling like I thought it was. Always seemed to be well stocked, but that might have been the problem. It was well stocked and wasn't moving. And, bourbon has kind of been in decline for about 2 years and all that. So, but whatever. I don't want it because I've had it. I still have some left. Don't need it. But I bet you if they don't get rid of it another week, they'll drop it to $5. They'll just put a tag, $5. They'll go to 10, then they'll go to 5, and it'll be gone in one day. Because a lot of people would say, 10 high, that stuff's cheap, but for $5, I don't care. Okay. You can't blame them for that. I'm going to close my eyes because I think if I glance down and see that pale straw appearance, I'm going to instantly know what it is, and I don't want it to be messed up. I want it to be a legit taste challenge. Yeah, smells like pale grain, like really lightly toasted barley malt. And I guess they're using corn. That's not a requirement. The grain whiskey can be made from any grain. It just says on the Irish government, I was reading the regulations, whole grains, corn, wheat, rice, but I can't see that rice would be used over in Ireland. Probably whatever they can get the cheapest, I guess, is maize, but I don't know that. Now, if you look at the Canadian regulations, the current regulations, it says grain or grain products. I said grain products. You mean like corn syrup? But it could be grits, which is a product of corn after they pulverize it. But they have to go through a process with the white hominy where they do soak it in some kind of lime, some kind of water. I said lime. I don't know what it is. Some kind of thing. It makes it different. Makes the corn puff up. You can buy Bush's white hominy or yellow hominy. It's a different type of thing. Comes in a can. Aroma is a wash. They smell the same. Light grain. That's it. Appearance, different. Aroma, no difference that I can see. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. Now, when I was smelling that just now, I thought I noticed a peatiness, not smoke, but the peat, like compost pile, like rotted vegetable. Yikes. Something you would expect in scotch, blended scotch many times, but this is really different. And some people would say very improper. But that's not a law. There's no restrictions against using peated malt. It's not the common practice, but they're not blending Scotch whiskey in it, because then it would invalidate its status as an Irish whiskey. Then it would just be a world whiskey. But they could, use that type of malt. It's different. I'll tell you, it's different. Now the Two Gingers is clean, has a little vanilla, a little sugar water, because to me all whiskey tastes like sugar water. I'm not even joking about that. It's sweet. They're medium bodied. This one's even light bodied, like low medium, and they finish dry. Whiskey's usually finish dry unless it's 10 high, and finish kind of sweet with that. I think they're adding vanilla to it, but it's a bizarre product. But anyway, anyhow, this one bites back a little bit. A little rough cut. I think by design. I think those double-charred barrels are doing that. If you read the reviews on Total Wine and More, they're very divided. It's either people love it or they hate it. It doesn't seem to be much in between. There's reviews saying, I thought this was a deal. I'm dumping it out. It's garbage. It's harsh. Oh, it's nasty. I think it's that peated thing. Oh, they're saying, oh, and then then you read the next review. Wow, we really like it. What a deal. It's so nice. And my husband loves it in cocktails, so forth, blah, blah. And we're buying it again. So, you have beers like that, certain beer brands that there's no in between. People love it or they hate it. Kind of like the Corona Sun Brew, that new one with the oranges in it, orange juice. I didn't like it at first. Then it kind of grew on me, and I did like it. But I wouldn't buy it, obviously, to drink. I'm not going to buy that to drink. That's not my thing. A beer that's like a mimosa beer. But, other people like it. One of my local stores won't even sell it. And I know what happened. That Anheuser-Busch rep told him, don't buy that. It's junk. It's terrible. But I think they should have stocked it. Walmart's selling it. Doesn't seem to be going too slow. It looks like it's moving. When Dixie's got it, it's moving. Some people like that unusual kind of stuff. I'm not one of them. To try and do a review, yeah, fine. To drink as a regular drink, no way. Ain't happening. Okay. I really like that original Club Tales dark cherry that I tried at my friend David's house in a dual review. Man, that thing was great. That's the best flavor they made yet, I think. But when I buy it to drink, just like come home and drink a beer, oh no. No way on earth. I only buy regular unflavored beers. Now you might counterpoint me and say, but they're cheap. You buy natural ice. Well, yeah, that's true. It is cheap, but I like it, so I buy it. Like I always tell people, if you like it, that's what counts. Not what some beer reviewers say. It's interesting to read. Same thing with whiskey. To read them and watch the video. But it's not like that determines what you drink. It's just you look at it, learn from it and things like that. So I think this is the unusual O'Neill's. It is. So I've only gotten it wrong once, and that was against Patty's, of all things. But it was when I had first started tasting it, so I didn't have a real good like appreciation of the flavor yet. Sometimes you got to get a handle on these flavors, and I did finally. And I don't think I'm going to get it wrong for the rest of the series, but I've said that before and got well disciplined and have had catastrophic results sometimes, but not too much. Usually, if you get the taste for it, you got the taste. Like just certain products, like Johnny Walker Red Label, is just got this little this uniqueness about it, and so you don't confuse it with other products. Carlo Palmarigio says, "Happy good morning to all. Same to you. Happy Saturday morning, everybody." I'm drinking this coffee. It's called New Orleans Roast, and it's dark roast. It's good. It's from, they say it's a roaster in the Marigny, Faubourg Marigny in New Orleans. It's a neighborhood downriver from the French Quarter, adjacent to the French Quarter. It's the next neighborhood you get to. If you're walking downriver, you get to Faubourg Marigny. Then you get to Bywater. They all got, any city like that, they got little neighborhood. You are one of the few alcohol review channels I watch because many other channels are so particular about everything. Fanatical about everything, some of them. I'll watch them all. I'll subscribe. I'll even make comments, but I don't oftentimes buy into it because they'll find problems where they don't exist. That's the thing I got a problem with. They'll notice problems that don't exist. And I'm like, okay. You're making a mountain out of a molehill, and it's like some little minor feature of the product that some people might consider good. But everybody's got their own game plan, I guess. But some of the channels I love, and I think they do a great job. They're fair. But would I recommend O'Neill's? Yes, and I'm scoring it an A, and I got some heat off air about that. Like, why would you score this thing an A? It's a store brand. And their Irish whiskeys private labels are not that great. Some of their Irish private labels are not that great. I'll agree. They're sort of blah. But that's with any product. If it's a private label, some of the stuff's going to be substandard and some of it's going to be good. You just got to try it, It's like you get canned whole kernel corn. You say, I'm a Libby's man. But okay, I would never use Food Club. Okay, could you tell them apart, though? I think in a lot of cases you would not be able to. Now, with some products you can and some you can't. It just depends. Just depends on each individual product. I find at the Walmart, medium roast coffee is good. Tastes suspiciously just like Folgers medium roast. Who owns the two largest coffee mills in America, in the United States, in New Orleans? They have two in New Orleans. And but the price is going through the roof now. It used to be $9 something a big canister, like 48 ounces. Now it's 17. Yeah, I've been shopping around. Bought the 8 o'clock coffee. Bought this New Orleans roast. I've got Tim Hortons coming up, and it's from Canada. They hate on mass market beers, Yingling, Miller High Life, Pabst. Oh yeah, don't even bring that up. They're out for blood when it comes to those. All right, well, let's go turn on the news, see what's up. Y'all take care now, and try to do another one tomorrow morning. Bye-bye, everybody.